So, so how does, since there is different types of cultural appropriation, how does that affect how we live and work?
Well, I think that I don't know. I think it depends what culture you're from. If you're from a dominant minority culture, if you're male and you're white, and you're at least somewhat woke, I think you live with a lot of guilt. I think you're constantly checking yourself on what you're doing and what you're saying and thinking like, can I do this culturally? Is it appropriate? I think if you're in an oppressed culture, though, a traditionally oppressed culture like African American or Latino cultures or Asian cultures, I think in one of those cultures is totally different because I mean, I don't know, I'm not in those cultures, but potentially, do you walk around constantly seeing things that are like, wow, that's ripped off from this, that's ripped off from this? I don't know if you do or not because nobody's really trying to rip off white culture because I don't really know that white culture really exists by itself. It's pieces of all these other cultures. So I can only speak from the white point of view. So I don't walk around being like, wow, that black girl's wearing she's wearing a straight wig. That's a white. I don't see it that way. But my culture has not had not been held down by those things. So I think it flips. If it's an African American person who they traditionally had to straighten their hair traditionally just to fit in with society and fit into a white world, that whole hair straightening thing takes on a totally different meaning. So I guess maybe my answer to this question is that I can't answer it because of where I stand in the argument. Like if somebody that was from an oppressed or minority culture maybe would be able to. I don't know.
So you're saying that you cannot answer the question because you see how you see it from a white person's point of view. Do you believe that have you ever witnessed maybe a minority or someone who is oppressed view it and be direct with it, what they have seen?
I mean, I've definitely seen. There's a great video that we watched online. It shows that it's a college campus where there's like a white dude walking around with dreads, and an African American girl comes right up to him and like pretty much gets right on top of him. And is like, you don't understand the culture behind that. You don't understand. So like we watched that. So like I've seen that in a first-hand experience. I don't know that I've ever seen like just legit out in the real world, been like walking around and seen somebody get walked up on and be like, hey, you shouldn't be listening to that music, or yo, you shouldn't be dressing like that. Because I don't know that people, even when they are offended, I don't think they really feel comfortable coming right out and attacking someone. I think it's more like a shake my head moment, and they're like, man, that sucks. But I don't. So I've never seen it like overtly happen. I've seen people wearing things that even from my perspective, I've been like, whoa, that's kind of pushing it.